What's going on, guys? King of Soup here once again. As you can see, I'm finally sitting in my Subaru and it is all back together. Well, I guess really not completely all back together, but we got the transmission in, and really that was the main part that was missing. I'm just kind of in the middle of putting everything from the interior back together. It doesn't have a stereo, it doesn't have the dash all the way put back together, you know, the shifter bezel and all that stuff. But while I was just kind of doing that stuff and putting it all together, I figured I'd tell you guys a little bit about I guess cars and myself. If you don't mind, I'm gonna work while I do this so I can, you know, kind of multitask. But I grew up as an only child, and my dad wasn't really huge into cars or anything. His main cars that he had, actually I guess his first cars, was a 1955 Chevy Bel Air and a 1967 MGB GT. Now, if you know anything about cars, those are pretty badass cars. The issue being that back then, they weren't really as cool of cars. I mean, they were cool cars, but it's not like now where they're collector's items. And really, back then, he needed those to be in running condition so he could get to work. So it's not like now where you get one of those and restore it for a cool factor. But anyway, you know, I grew up knowing what kind of cars that he had. And while I was growing up, he also had a Corvette at one point, and he's had some old 70s trucks. I'm trying to think of, I think that was about it for as far as the cool cars my dad had while I was growing up. But you know, just through that, I learned a little bit about cars, watching him work on them and stuff. But when I got old enough to buy a car, I bought my first vehicle, and it was a 1979 Chevrolet K5 Blazer, and I loved that thing. And it was great for several years until gas prices started going up. And it was costing me like $20-30 a day to even freaking fill it up. It was just absolutely ridiculous. So then what I did is I put it up for sale after fixing a few things on it, and ended up picking up a little piece of crap, like a 95 or 92, something like that, Ford Ranger. And it was just very sad. It was a 5-speed, but it was just a sad vehicle, and I don't regret owning it, but it wasn't a fun thing at all to own. During that time, a good friend of mine had kind of got into Subarus a little bit, and you know, me being a, you know, American muscle kind of guy, was just kind of like, Subarus, not really for me. But lo and behold, they were pretty freaking awesome. So fast forward quite a few years, and I have had a 2002 Subaru WRX, the 4-door. I've had a 2000 2.5 RS, which you've seen in some previous videos, a white 2-door. Let's see. I've had 2 more 2-door Subarus, Impreza Ls. Oh, I'm almost forgetting my first Subaru. What the heck? It's a 1991 Subaru Loyale, and that thing was freaking awesome. 4-cylinder, non-turbo, front-wheel drive, just freaking monster. That thing was so much fun to drive. I'm hopefully going to be able to superimpose a picture here of me going through a huge mud puddle on that. You guys will appreciate that. But you know, like I said, fast forward a little bit, and now I've actually got a 2002 WRX wagon, which I love, or used to love. It was a lot more fun back in the day when I had the 6-speed and all the stuff done to it. But really, kind of when I started, you know, being interested in starting a YouTube channel, I decided it was time to part the car out, save up some money, and just get the things that I needed to start the YouTube channel, mainly being a computer. And that's kind of where it ended up. And that was last, I guess, August. And yeah, it's been that long since I've driven this car. It was either July or August, something like that, when we started working on the car. Pulled the transmission out, rear differential, all kinds of craziness. And finally, as of yesterday, my buddy Jeff helped me put the new 5-speed and a bunch of other stuff back together on the car to get it running. I don't have any sway bars hooked up, so the car is just all over the road right now. It's really scary, but at least it's drivable, you know, so I can get back and forth to work, and Queen of Soup and I can quit driving the car. But really, future plans are, I think I'm going to get the car back to running, get it where it's drivable, get it where it's, you know, reliable, and probably sell it. I think it's time for me to focus on, I don't want to say growing up. That's not really where I'm heading here. I just think it'd be better for me to stack up some cash, you know, and just get ourselves set up financially where we want to be, and still be able to focus on the YouTube channel and stuff. Because right now that's kind of my main focus is growing the channel, and then maybe one day get back into another fun Subaru. I'd like to get, you know, a little Toyota truck or something like that for the time being, just to be able to, you know, haul plywood if I need to. Because I do, you know, I don't work construction for a living, but I work maintenance, and I do all kinds of construction projects and carpentry and all kinds of stuff like that. But anyway, well, I just kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit of a backstory of my cars and stuff. If you guys have any questions, definitely hit me down in the comments. I'll answer anything. And if you guys want to see more stuff about Subarus, if you want to see some old videos of the crazy trips we used to take up in the mountains, definitely let me know, and I'll post some of that stuff. But Subarus are definitely where it's at. Definitely my favorite type of car, and I'm not going anywhere as far as Subarus. I will be back. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little vlog. I'm going to get back to it. I said I was going to work and talk, but I just can't multitask when it comes to that kind of stuff. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.